Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Wagner Wire. Tonight we're going to have a little informal show. We're going to break down some NFL keeper fantasy football. It's going to be fun. I'm the defending champion, and we're going to really focus on the keeper portion of the draft. So it's going to be interactive. It's going to be free. It's going to be it's going to be some downtime, some dead air or whatnot. And, I'll go through here and explain what's going on through the draft. Right now I'm pick 12, defending champion, hosted here on Yahoo. You can follow us. I'll be posting weekly updates on my page at www.thewagnerwire.com. You can find me on Twitter at the Wagner Wire. That's my Twitter handle. And it looks like the first pick overall was Antonio. Oh no, it was not. Who was Marshawn Lynch went overall. Now, like I said, this is a keeper round. So the league format. Let me give you the league format right now. 12-man league. Okay. So we have a quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, a flex wide receiver or a running back, a kicker, a team defense, and 6 subs, all right, or 7. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's 6 subs. So it's a total of 16 rounds. So the draft is really it's really paramount that you have a very good draft, that you draft well, and it's going to pay off in the later rounds. Now, what you'll see is here, like people like OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. He's a first-round draft pick, pretty much in everybody's league. However, I got him in as a free agent last year, and my free agents in my league enter as a 12-round draft pick. Now, how do a keeper league work? How does a keeper league work? It's a little difficult. Some leagues vary. Like some standards, there's a keeper tax involved. And what a keeper tax is that, say, Odell Beckham Jr., for instance, comes into my team as a 12th round pick. If I elect to keep him, okay, if I elect to keep him next year, which I obviously will, unless he has a career-ending injury, God forbid, he would be a 10th round, if I elected to keep him as a 12th round keeper this year. So that's how the keeper tax works in that part. Anyways, let's get down to see what's been going on in the draft. My pick's coming up. I got the 12th round the 12th pick in the draft, the last pick. Last year I traded away my second round pick to the Jefferson Motel, which is a great name. It goes way back to my childhood with me and my buddies. Conley and we got a draft pick going on here. We're going to have this going on. We'll have updates going on through this draft. I'll try to inform you and keep you up to date. Let's see. All right. So Conley is going to be picking for Jimmy. That's irrelevant right now. I'll update you on all that after we get past the draft. So who's still out there? Des Bryant's still out there. He's the highest person up on the draft board. And it looks like we have the 8th pick in the draft who's going to take Murray. Jamal Charles, let's give you the rundown real quick. It was Marshawn Lynch, Antonio Brown, Adrian Peterson, Eddie Lacy, Andrew Luck, Matt Forte, Jamal Charles, JC, Texas resident, not Texas resident, but a fellow Longhorn. So hook 'em, got to give him that. He came through in the 7th, and then DeMarco Murray just picked up in the 8th pick in the first round. We're on the 9th pick here in the first round with the Wagner Wire. You're here on my channel. Welcome. Normally, you can see me on the DFS Big 3 or the Big 3 DFS Morning Show with my co-hosts Al Walsh and Nick Rodriguez. We did a morning show today. I hope you caught it. Catch us, every morning, every weekend morning. Oh, Des Bryant just went. All right, Des Bryant just went off the board in the 9th pick. Catch us every weekend at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time We love to do daily fantasy sports. We're going to start rotating more into the NFL now that football season's come up. So it's going to be fun. Anyways, tweet at me. Get it at me at the Wagner Wire. Tell me what you think. How you like keeper rounds. If you're interested in keeper rounds, if you need any help or any advice with keeper rounds, tell me how you might have gone through with this. I wish there was a way that I could show you my my draft board here in the war room at TWW South, TWW headquarters South, Austin, Texas. All right, let's see. All right, it's my pickup. All right, so with the 12th round pick, or with the 12th pick in the draft, who we got on the board? Aaron Rodgers is off the board. I really need a quarterback. I have some excellent keepers. I'll be keeping you informed on that. Do I reach and go? Let's see here. I have Megatron still out on the board. If I do that, that's a solid lock. Demaryius Thomas is still out there. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Tweet at me. I know what I think I want. I'm gonna go with a wide receiver here. Gonna have to go with Calvin Johnson. Old Megatron. All right, so Megatron, last pick in the first round. The next round, I don't have, like I said, I lost my pick, or I traded my pick away for Calvin Johnson, coincidentally, last season. And I have him again this year in the 12th. We won it last year basically off of OBJ. So as you can see, I'm repping Giants, the G-Men Nation. Giants fan, been a Giants fan since I think I was about 6. How that worked, originally from Baltimore, Maryland, from Brunswick, Maryland, but I have a lot of ties, a lot of roots to Baltimore, Maryland. And the Colts left town, born in 81, 34 years old. But my dad, really avid football guy, pushed it on me from an early age, and pretty much the rite of passage was to play football. So he bred me pretty much to play the game. Eat, breathe, sleep. You guys get the drill, right? Okay. So I guess I was so young that we started watching the Baltimore Colts every time that I would be down there watching the NFL games with him. And after the Colts left town, regional coverage picked up the New York Giants. And I guess being so young of an age, I associated blue, with the Colts and didn't have any idea. Well, sooner or later, we got able to play football, Pop Warner football, and my father was just like, watch this guy. I played linebacker. My dad's like, watch this guy. Well, the guy ended up being Lawrence Taylor, and says the jersey says everything right there for it, man. He ended up being my favorite player. Ended up really respecting the Tuna, Bill Parcells, Bill Parcells and his staff, Belichick, Cower, or not Cower. I'm sorry, Coughlin came through that that campaign, that hierarchy from the Tuna. It's just he knows how to make football players. He knows how to field a team. He knows how to put the right players around it and to get on the field. Anyways, back to the draft. Let's see, Jordy Nelson's still on the board. God bless him, man. Jordy, I hope you have a real speedy recovery, man. Shame, you're an awesome player. Definitely wrecking up everybody's draft board. Not that that's irrelevant to your injury, man. We're here wishing you a speedy recovery. AJ Green just off the board in the 17th pick. Let's catch you back up. Let's see here. After my pick, first pick in the last pick in the first round was Megatron. And then the first pick in the second round was Big Gronk. Gronkowski went first by the guy I traded the pick to, and then Demaryius Thomas to Jefferson Motel. He took him as well. And then Peyton Manning after that. And then Julio Jones in the 16th overall pick. 17th overall pick was A.J. Green, and then Hopkins in the 18th overall pick. Brandon Cooks off the board in the 19th overall pick. All right, so my keepers. My keepers in the 4th round is Le'Veon Bell. That's obviously a really nice perk to have coming into this season. Colby Fleener. I really think we're going to see big things from Colby Fleener. He's got Andrew Luck thrown out. Andrew Luck has just come into the quarterback, that he's born to be. Guy's just real heady, makes great plays. If you've seen any of the Wagner Wire pieces on NFL scouting reports, you've seen them. I have Andrew Luck rated higher than Aaron Rodgers, especially now with everybody's calling me, man. Especially now with with Jordy Nelson being hurt, I really believe that Andrew Luck having the additional pieces added around him, the supporting role, Andre Johnson coming in. Who's going to be here? Hopefully, I hope I can get him as a late keeper or a late sleeper. I doubt it. This league's a cutthroat league, as I listed in the title, on the YouTube title. Anyways, yeah, go click on the link that I put on my Twitter page. Hopefully, you guys are here. Obviously, it's not so much just to watch the video. Subscribe to it. I put out some good stuff, really knowledgeable stuff. These are my first couple of videos. I'm getting the hang of it here. I wish I could have like some good sense how to do like some Dr. Dre type of mixing and stuff, man. Get some sound, get some beats going in here. Man, I had a buddy, Paul Cardenas, that used to know how to mix and put some beats together and stuff while he was throwing together video and stuff. I really wish I knew how to do that. That's a good quality to have for this. All right, what just happened here? Okay, we had some draft picks while I was gone. LaShawn McCoy in the 20th overall, and then Frank Gore off the board, and then Graham finally off the board at the 22nd pick. And who's up next? All right, so we got the second round. We got the third round getting ready to come back up. I'm not going to have a pick until the last round I'll have the last pick in this round. The 36th pick overall. I still need a quarterback. I'm pretty set on wide receivers. Gonna need a running back still. I'm always weak at my running back. Like I mentioned, I had Le'Veon Bell, but he's got the 2-week suspension. We're gonna need to fill the gap in there. We got Matt Ryan out there. We got Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson is going to be gone, I believe, soon. I don't think I'll get to him. Yeah, he's going to be gone. Olsen gone off the board. Now, see, I think Olsen's kind of like a wasted pick, man. Not to say that Olsen's talent is down. I just think that offense down there in Carolina – it's not in sync, man. They got to have something going on. Something's got to right the ship somehow, some way. Maybe get Cam, on a few sprint outs or whatnot. Try and get, defense, the motion to flow to him, and then have some pockets open up in that hook the curl zone, so Olsen can maybe sit back behind there in that no zone. If you avid football players know what I'm talking about. That's another thing too. If you guys have a little trouble following my references, man, follow or give me a shout, dude. I'll don't have any problem whatsoever helping you guys out, letting you guys know what the hell I'm talking about, because there's obviously some lingo that I know that you don't know. So yeah, tweet at me again, man, at the Wagner Wire. It's pretty simple. Matter of fact, let's check and see if you guys got anything coming in. Nobody loves me, I don't think. Not yet. Not yet. Well, most of my followers, hopefully you guys are watching it now. I'm not going to check the stat. I'm sitting here in the war room. Once again, we are here in Austin, Texas. Hashtag ATX. Find out what you can do awesome in Austin. If you're here and you need insurance, check out Terry Greer. My guy hooked me up with my microphone equipment. Nice guy. Took time out of his own personal schedule to make sure that I knew what I was doing to get some proper sound quality. Thank you, Terry. Also, it's hot. It's really hot. It's the dog days of summer in baseball, which means it's the dog days of summer in Texas. So if you're here in Austin, Texas, and you need a place to cool off, check out LBJ. Always on my mind, LBJ. Actually, I have the Always on my mind, LBJ. You can find it always on my mind, LBJ.com. I think that's working for you. Hashtag that. Awesome lake house. Go up there. You got some kiddos. It's really kid friendly. Kind of got like a Willie Nelson theme going on, a Kiss theme going on. Great people. Like easy access to the lake up there. Lake LBJ, and then you can go right around the corner, get around the swing. I've been up there. It's a phenomenal time. They have a lake, or they have a rope swing, a tree, like a big tree rope swing that you can come off this cliff and do some gainers. I actually tried to do one, really busted up my landing, man. Busted my heel up, had to come on back home, just like Jimmy Buffett. Bruised my heel, had to come on back home. But yeah, if you're in the Austin area, man, go ahead, check them out, man. Always on my mind, LBJ. It's another business that my buddy Darren does with 6'5" Advisors. So it's his side project, his side business. It's good people, trustworthy people. Go ahead, check them out. All my friends do, so I wouldn't steer you wrong. All right, let's see. Let's catch back up with the draft. We're gonna hold, since this is a keeper league, and we're gonna put Jordy Nelson up in the queue just to take him in a later round. Hopefully, we can steal him and keep him next year. Remember how I mentioned how you lose 2 rounds? So say I pick him in the 10th, if he's still there, God willing. If he's there in the 10th, if he's there in the 8th, I'm taking him. All right, we got the third pick coming up, or third round, round 3. I have the 34. I'll have the 36th overall pick. It's the last pick in the round. Let's see where we're going here. Breeze is off the board. Jackson's off the board. Deshaun Jackson's off the board. Abdullah, strong rookie for Detroit. He's off the board. I was really hoping that he'd stay. I don't know if you caught just the tip. It's a really clever, really good, quick in and out piece article by David Zidek on the Wagner Wire. It really touched on how good Abdullah is, and just how much of a presence, how much of a force he's going to be. It's going to open up the hole. He's going to see pay dirt. Check it out. Short read, fun read. You get in, you get out in less than 2 minutes. Yeldon's gone. All right, it looks like some rookie running backs are getting ready to go off. I have a chance to grab Matt Ryan. And if he's there, I'm going to take him. Excuse me. Beverage of choice tonight is the Leinenkugel Summer Shandy. I went to the O's game, I think it was August 2nd. It was bobblehead night. It's my pick. Matt Ryan just got picked. Of course, always. And who robbed me of it? The Jefferson Motel. Sean Connolly always does that. All right, so the next available quarterback out there is, say it ain't so, Tony Romo. So this is kind of like sacrilegious being a Giants fan, but Tony Romo puts up some points. Actually, gosh, I see Tannehill down there. I think Tannehill is going to have a poised. Let's see. Let's break out the notes. I'm sitting here bullshitting with y'all this whole time, running my suck. Haven't even taken into consideration here my top 10. Got some quarterbacks out there, though. Still got Brady. I'm going to take Tannehill. Yeah, I'm going Tannehill. Got Tannehill projected at number 6 off of my matrix that I do. You can see the TWW quarterback breakdown. Send me an email. Subscribe to my page. I will send you this for free. This is just knowledge that I put together based off of the most optimal points. Collected by Yahoo. This is a PPR league. I don't know if I mentioned that, by the way, which the settings, are pretty much a half a point per reception. That's kind of like the standard. I don't know what that is. Sounds like somebody's trying to chime in. Yeah, it looks like we have another caller trying to call in. I don't know how to do that. I really appreciate you calling in. I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that call. So apologies. I can't take your call at this time. Call back. I'll get you. We'll definitely get you in. Once I get some support up here, obviously in this budget of TWW headquarters South in Austin, Texas. Once I get some sound equipment, some quality sound effects, personnel, all those interns that are really needed, the people behind the scenes that make the show worthwhile. You guys know what I'm talking about, the ones that are watching this. Yeah. Anyhow, rambling. Woo! Been a long day. Where are we at here? I put the camera. All right, back into the draft, back into the war room. Macklin gone. Grulley's gone. Nelson. Oh, there he goes. Jordy Nelson. Willie Brown. Willie Brown, one of my dearest friends, man. 2-time champion of this league. There's only 2, or no, there's 3. Me, Paul Greenwood, and Willie Brown are only 2, or the only multi-champion fantasy sports players in my league. These guys, like I mentioned, this is a really cutthroat league. You guys got going out. You got people going out of their way to salvage any type of draft pick that they can get. Because it's a keeper league, you can essentially offer up a draft pick or give a 4 and a 5 to move your spot up. Oh, what is that? Mute that, please. Sorry about that. What do they call that? Child. I don't know what it's called. Amber Alert. Yeah. Anyhow, but you can take a keeper, and or you can take a 4th and 5th. Package them together in a keeper league. You can do this. Package them together, offer it, and hopefully get like a better 3rd round pick, or move up even further. Say you're not into the draft. Say you're not in the 1st round. Who is this? David Zidek. All right. It looks like we got David Zidek coming in. David Zidek came in with just a tip the other day. I don't know if you guys caught it. He's calling in live right now. Dave Zidek, where are you at? Just putting in the tip, huh, Dave? All right. So what do you think about the draft? Dave Zidek is, like I mentioned, guys, I don't know if you guys probably can't hear him that much, or that well. Let me take one of my guys out, one of my earbuds out. He put in just a tip, a little small piece. I mentioned it earlier a couple minutes ago. Go to the WagnerWire.com, check it out. Great breakdown on some rookies, some sleepers that are there. Not even all rookies. Bennett's there also. I don't want to mention that to Dave because he's probably going to take him. Actually, he probably already knows. But anyhow, Dave, you looks like you're freezing up on me, man. What do you got going on? Yeah, beating down the Wagner wire. Can you hear me, Dave?
I can, sir.
All right. Who all's there with you? Can you give us a rundown?
We have Joshua Powell, a.k.a. the People's Champ, and Joseph Rosen, also known as Fake Chowing.
Also known as what? Oh, Fake Chowing. I got you. Looks like Aguilar just went off the board. Who took him? Sweet?
I don't know.
Well, we really appreciate you calling in. What are you eating down there at Glory Days? Where's Glory Days at?
Oh, Ransom, West Virginia. They're home of the Muff Burger.
Home of the Muff Burger. I don't know if you guys ever had a Muff Burger, ladies and gentlemen, but it is just delicious. Fine cuisine there in Ransom, West Virginia.
Yes, it is.
Well, David, are you going to give us more than just the tip tonight? Is there a reason why you called in?
No, I just want to chime in and give you a what's up. That's all.
Oh, right on. We really love the shout. We love the shout out. I kind of think it's like a distraction to get me off the draft board here. We know that I'm the returning champion. Are you trying to pull TWW out of the headquarters here, the War Room at TWW headquarters South here in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, trying to alter your war room just a little bit to level the playing field.
Yeah, level the playing field. Well, everybody knows just the tip is got a little bit hiding behind the curtain here. So, what are you holding out on us, Dave? Any mid-round sleepers that you like?
Man, in this draft, I'm struggling. I traded away a few picks last year. It's going to be hard for me to get back in the game, I think. Slim pickings here in this draft right now, I'll tell you that.
Well, Dave, I was just explaining to the audience, to the people that were viewing, that being it's a keeper league, you can position yourself. If you don't have a first round pick, you can position yourself maybe with a fourth and fifth round pick to get back into the draft. What's your thoughts on that?
There's always ways around it. You can trade a few picks to help yourself out for next year if you're slacking on your current roster. But the way I'm looking right now, looks like I might have botched it.
Yeah.
To maybe pull some roll over some people's eyes here. Weeks 3 through 5. Josh Powell, People's Champ, he's a sucker for a bad trade.
Well, then that's what I was telling the viewers here, all of our followers, on our YouTube channel here. It's a cutthroat league. We got a lot of snakes in the grass. A lot of people doing some foul deals, some foul trades. Some feelings definitely get hurt here. We have some friends of since kindergarten, threaten to cut people's throats, threaten to leave people. Like, I ain't never gonna. They're gonna take their ball and go home sometimes after this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That is very true. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I'll tell you what I'm enjoying here. This conversation that we're not interrupting each other like we normally have. We're gonna have to call in through Google Hangouts most, every time you do call.
That's true.
Right on, man. Well, listen, Dave, let me get back here to the draft. Looks like my pick's coming up with the 60th overall. The People's Champ is drafting right now, and you got a draft coming up yourself here with the Wagner's Red Stapler. That's a nice, lovely reference to Office Space with Milton and his red line stapler. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want in on all these little side jokes between me and Dave Zidek, the author of Just a Tip, segment on the Wagner Wire, tweet at us or give us a write in at the website. Dave would love to hear from you. He'll probably fire back. He's great at talking trash, and he likes to keep it light. So, Dave, we just want to thank you once again for calling in. Always a pleasure, man.
All right, guys, take care.
Later. All right, so we don't know where Dave Zidek went with that. I'm lost, guys. We are in the 5th round right now. We had some keepers go out. My Le'Veon Bell, he went in the 4th round. That was my keeper. Still need a running back. That was really nice of David Zidek calling. I always appreciate when people call in. Ladies and gentlemen, how he did that, I don't know if that's going to play on the air or if it feeds in through the channel here. But what he did was he called in through Google Hangouts or Google Plus, and we did a little video conference there. I do that with most of my contributors. I have 4 contributors now that write for the WagnerWire.com. Really proud of the people that have come on board that have started to write. Some people that I want to give some shout outs to, man, is Chris Sweet. You can find him at Sweet Fantasy. He's in this league as well. He's the newcomer. He's got 12. I don't have his stats offhand, but I know it's double digits. You can see his profile picture on Twitter. He's got this huge ass trophy. This guy's just always bringing it in. Want to thank Monster. Monster. I don't know if I can't remember her name. I can't remember her last name, but her first name's Danielle, and she was with Monster back in the day. I used to do a kind of it's a program, Ride to Recovery, nonprofit organization. I met her there. Oh, we're picking. What do we need here? We need a running back. What do we got out there? Shit, we got Matt Stafford. How do we not take Matt Stafford? All right. Ooh, yeah, Monster. All right, this is, like I was saying, Monster keeps me up on long nights when I got to write. Okay, here. Let's see what our viewers think. We got Matt Stafford. We got 30 seconds. I'm probably going to go with Matt Stafford here. I need a running back. The best available player out there on the board is Matt Stafford. In case Tannehill fouls up. Yeah, Matt Stafford. Take him off the board, Matt Stafford. He's gone. All right, Wagner Wire with the 60th overall pick takes Matt Stafford with the back-to-back pick, 61st. Let's see here. Running back. Based off of what we have. Based off our cheat sheets. Boy, it's slim pickings now, man. Slim pickings now. Let's tell you what's out there. We got Tevin Coleman. I'm not really looking at him. I like Joique Bell. But I'm scared off of him. Devonta Freeman. I think I'm going to have to take a reach. And go with Vereen. Oh, it looks like it took Ivory instead. Tried to pick Vereen, but it took Ivory with the best available selection. Anyways, Shane Vereen's out there in this draft. 6th round pick. Probably could get him, at another time. God, I hate that. I should have took Giovanni Bernard, but Jeremy Hill, he's doing some good things there in Cincinnati, so it's going to be a tough one. Let's see here. We got Cardiac Kids. Cardiac Kids is one of my good friends from way back in the day. One of Reed's godfathers. Yeah, he's got a ton of them. It's a Catholic thing based with an Episcopalian thing, something like that thing. Anyhow, my buddy Nick Schwartz, he's the Cardiac Kids, huge Browns fan, dude, from Menor, Ohio. He made an awful trade for Josh Gordon when Josh Gordon was reinstated. After he had dropped him, and someone else had picked him up just for bait, pretty much. I'm thinking about drafting Josh Gordon as a 16 round just to trade to this guy, just because I think I might be able to get something. So, Nick, when you watch this, that's the trade I thought everybody's at, man, and I'm sorry. I love you. Everybody loves you, but we just got to be real. We keep it real here at the Wagner Wire. And Dave Zidek, who just called in the other, the second ago, he's picking now Wagner's Red Stapler. They're up. See what he goes with. He goes with Bradford, pulling the quarterback off the board. All right, but anyhow, Nick, so Nick traded for Josh Gordon, and he wrecked his draft completely. He lost a third round, a fifth round, a seventh round, and this is keeper stuff. And he's trying to keep some talent. He's got T.Y. Hilton as a keeper, but other than that, I mean, I wish there was a way that I could show you this board because it's just so much information for me to just spout off. I feel like the Micro Machine Man back in the 80s. You guys know what I'm talking about. Showing my age here a little bit, which I don't care about. Age 34. It's Steve Smith Sr., son, representing the Ravens. He just went off the board. All right, right now we are in the 6th round, 11th pick of the 6th round, 71st overall. This draft is on Yahoo.com. Want to give another quick shout out. Yahoo, if you're having some troubles with it, with the interface or whatever, it's not moving fast enough for you. Awesome website you need to check out. MaximumFantasy.com. MaximumFantasySports.com. They strictly focus on fantasy football. Really cool site. Awesome interface. It took me just a little bit to, kind of get used to it. But I mean, with anything that you do that's new, you're going to have, a little bit of a learning curve. Well, the learning curve didn't last long. Check it out. If you have any questions, email Bill Parsons. He is the president of MaximumFantasySports.com. He'll help you with everything. Really awesome, solid guy. Thanks, Bill, for all your help setting up the league on Maximum Fantasy Sports, and we really appreciate it. It's fun league so far. Another really cool feature. You can make 3-way deals in Maximum Fantasy Sports, which is just amazing. It's a pretty cool thing to have to be able to do. So say like, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but I still feel like I need to explain myself. I can want to trade with someone else, but to juicing the deal up even further, have another third party come on, more like what you see in baseball. But I just thought it was a really cool feature. You guys should check it out. MaximumFantasySports.com. If we would definitely move there. I got to figure out how to take all this keeper information and transfer it over to MaximumFantasySports.com. If I'm available or if I'm able to do that, then that is the route that we are taking, because Yahoo, it's been a good run, since 2012 with this league, but you got to put some more effort into it. I don't know if it's the daily fantasy sports that's making glitches in the system, but we've definitely had a couple of unfortunate mishappenings within the website here, within the interface. All right, I'm up next here with the 75th pick overall. Enough running my suck. Giovanni Bernard's still out there. We're not going to take him there. All right, some people we got out there. We got Shane Vereen out. He's still out there. Colson's still out there. Julius Thomas. Julius Thomas was a keeper of mine. I let him go strictly based off of the fact that he's not in Denver anymore. That's 12 touchdowns that you're not going to get for Peyton Manning. People that select Peyton Manning. You got to think about that. That's a huge, huge point point system that Peyton used to get. That's a misfortune. He was a good keeper of mine, but I had to let him go. I think he's going to do great things with Bortles down there. He's going to help him develop his game. Just not the same guy. It's a different system without Peyton, and everybody knows that. All right, some things up on the board here. What do we need? We got Fleener as a keeper. So I'm good on tight end right now. I could go out and get one. All right, we're moving on. I have my keeper selection there. Let's give you a heads up on what's been going down, give you a rundown. I'm trying to keep you updated as much. All right, after Stafford and Ivory, the 62nd pick overall was Phil Rivers, Pierre Garçon, Larry Fitzgerald in the 64th, Sam Bradford, Arian Foster. So Arian Foster, despite injury, he's still going. Jordy Nelson's already gone. I really wished he would have been able to stay, but like I said, you guys know, you'll get to know these guys that I'm playing with as I post on a weekly basis on my site. Some big things going down with the Wagner Wire this week. We have become partners. Just hashed out the contract with Fanatics.com. You can get all your favorite sporting teams apparel, on my website now at thewagnerwire.com. Click on the banners. The banners will be going up shortly. Just had to take care of all this commissioning stuff for my fantasy leagues. Check us out. Like I said, you need some gear, jerseys, shirts, anything. Get some cool socks, some crazy socks. I mentioned that today on the show. That seems to be a trend, man. A lot of people are into that crazy sock day. But yeah, show your support, rock your team. Come on over to thewagnerwire.com and buy some gear, man. All right. God, steal of the draft. I don't know. Tell me what you think, guys. I got Odell Beckham Jr. in the 12th round, and he, hands down, I don't know if he'll repeat the same season that he had last season, but he won me my fantasy championship, so to speak. Happy to have a Stafford Megatron connection. Really happy to have that. Wish I would have got Andrew Luck, but my people are good, man. My people are good. All right, so have Randall Cobb as a 7th round pick. He was a keeper. He was he and Alfred Morris, who buddy of mine, Rick Rams, from school back in the day. He has Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris and Randall Cobb are the only two that have survived the keeper. I think the word I'm looking for is attrition. They're the only ones that have survived since 2012. All the other keepers have either been washed out, let go, pretty much, just haven't survived. But these two have survived, stayed the course, showed resiliency, and have made it just awesome guys to have in the lineup. Going to be very sad to see Randall Cobb go back and into the pool after this season. He's probably going to have a very poised year, especially with Jordy Nelson going down. It's just going to have more targets going around Randall Cobb. All right, my pick coming up here. Let's see. Eddie Royal still out there. It's a 3 wide receiver league, so I'm going to be wide receiver heavy. Especially, here's why I like wide receivers as well. It's PPR league. You get a point. You get a half a point per reception, and the NFL has pretty much gone to a strike zone, a hit zone, to where you can only hit the receivers between the belt, mid thigh and the belt. Here, hold on 1 second, guys. I got 20 seconds to make this pick. I think we take Delaney Walker. Eddie Royal, Chicago Bears. I think he's a sleeper now, especially like I said, catch just a tip. My buddy David did it. He wrote it. Really short piece. Talked about Bennett stepping up as a tight end with Brandon Marshall gone over to the New York Jets. I really think the emergence of Eddie Royal is going to play a factor for Jay Cutler. I don't know how in sync they're going to be. You hear a lot of people talk about how Jay Cutler, tends to lose friends. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how relevant that is with his football play. I just know that Eddie Royal has potential to come in and put up some numbers for you, especially with Kevin White, who's still out there on the board. Kevin White being hurt, but he's not going to be hurt for long. Yeah, so you got a minute to select your draft pick in my draft. How this works, I'm trying to think if I explained all the keeper rules to you. Explain to you about the keeper tax. Explain to you keepers cannot be taken, or anybody that is drafted the 4th round and before, or say 1 through 3, rounds 1 through 3, they cannot be kept. However, if you have a keeper that is a 5th round and then becomes a 3rd round and he hasn't used his 3 rounds, yeah, keepers can be kept for 3 rounds. So that's a total of 4 years on your team in my league. Like I said, these are just rules that I do for keepers. I think that it's a pretty standard across the board, universal rule for, clause for keepers, for keeper leagues. Check it out. If you guys are looking to do keepers, try it like this. Tell me what you think. I like it. My league, all my boys like it. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah, so you get to have him for 4 years, all right? And then, so say he's a 5th round. You've already only kept him for 1 year. He goes to a 3rd round. You kept him for 2 years, but he's somebody like Demaryius Thomas. We had this situation in the league this year already. Willie Brown, good friend of mine, didn't know if he was on the fence with keeping Demaryius Thomas, as a keeper, and then Demaryius Thomas will be at the 1st round. That is the only way that you can keep a keeper that's been in the rounds 1 through 3. He doesn't get lost. He doesn't go back into the pool in round 3 if he's still a keeper. You selected him back in the day, late. You had the foresight to do so. You're not going to be penalized, just because the keeper tax. That's what the keeper tax is for. You've already lost enough just with your 1st round draft pick, or electing to that. I guess that's your free choice, anyways. But anyhow. And I want to thank you for tuning in to our little Wagner Wire session here, our Sunday night session. I'm going to be posting this. If you guys couldn't make it live, I'll be posting this up on my website. I'm going to put it on the DFS Big 3 Morning Show as well, or the Big 3 DFS Morning Show as well. Oh, yeah. My co-host Al Walsh and Nick Rodriguez. Dying to see Al's lineup. He showed me a few of it. He was absent this morning for a really intense fantasy football league as well. I saw a few of his picks. Really want to see his other ones. Can't think of any off the top of my head. I think he might have had Jordy Nelson. I hope not. Man, I got to call him. Al, if you're watching, call me. Let me know what you got. Call it through Google Hangouts. I can go on that one. Call in, yeah. Talk to the show. All right, what else we got going on here? Okay, some players that just went off the board. Once again, we're in the 9th round. Just got into the 9th round. 2nd pick. First pick in the 9th round was Marcus Marcus Colston, I believe. Yeah, pick 2 in the 9th round. All right, we got some defenses starting to go off the board. 98th overall, St. Louis defense off the board. It's a little early for my taste. And who picked that defense? Sliggins. Dub V is his Twitter handle. He's in this as well. We've talked about it. He talked about maybe contributing a little bit on the Wagner Wire. He's got some really knowledgeable articles to chime in about. Steeler fan, Redskin fan. If you guys are dedicated to that fan base, follow huge West Virginia fan, alumni of West Virginia. If you guys are in that fan base, give him a follow. Dub V. Let me see his Twitter handle. Let's see here. Yeah, at DubV03. Dub, D-U-B, capital V, 03. That is Sliggins. Really avid football follower for WVU, all WVU sports. Loves the Nationals, all that fan base. Talked about him maybe writing a couple of pieces if he has the time. That's another thing. If you're looking to if you're looking to write, you're looking to submit some articles, you should definitely go to fancyhelp.com. It's a site ran by a guy named Derek Miller. Awesome dude with some great vision, great foresight when it comes to daily fantasy sports. He's put together a website that's almost like the equivalent of Facebook. He almost is the equivalent to the Mark Zuckerberg of the DFS world. So Derek, also want to give him a thanks, a shout out to kind of piecing, housing the DFS, halfway house where we were at for writing, which was where I ran into Nick Rodriguez and Al Walsh. So yeah, if you got anything else to do, or if you're submitting some things, check out fantasyhelp.com. Another guy that submits a lot of articles on there is Roto Dude or Dude Roto. Not sure if that's your name or not, man, but giving him a shout out, look him up. And it's my pick again. What do we got here? Anyways, check out Dude Roto. He's got some good stuff going on with DFS. Hashtag DFS. Moving to bench players. Still got some players out there. And it's the 10th. Oh, yeah, and here's another good rule. Know when your keepers are going to be kept. So Fleener's going to be my 11th pick. I'm not going to have another round or another pick until the 13th. I think it might be a running back situation. We're going to go with Vereen. Or no, damn, Dante Freeman. I like Dante Freeman too. We're going to go with Vereen. I think Shane Vereen coming, like I mentioned before, any Belichick team, Belichick player, he's got really good morals, good core values instilled in him through Belichick. I think he runs a no-nonsense program, regardless of the recent incidents within their franchise. I'm not going to name anything. Sounds like we got some laundry going on in the background. Anyways, cut all that out. But anyways, those guys tend to be well coached, tend to have good, solid discipline. He's not gonna be surprised with anything that he gets coming from a Coughlin type of organization as well. Anything that Coughlin runs, his campaign is normally normally no nonsense. He's lightened up a little bit over the years, but he's still business when it comes to football. And G-Man Nation, man, we're happy to have Coughlin still there, walking the sidelines. Let's see what we got going on here. We're gonna need no umbrella. Oh yeah, mention I went to go see. Stuff just popping off. That's Al Walsh right there. Talking about DFS lineups. Willie Brown, my computer's fucking up. I'm sorry, Willie. I hope your team's good, man. Sorry your computer's messing up. Willie, I mentioned, is a multiple fantasy champion here at the Wagner Wire site. Did I get Andre Johnson? I did not. Man, I really would have wished I got Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson is, to me, is just going to be one of the best wide receivers this year. If you have a chance to get him if he's still there in the 5th round, which I highly doubt he will be, take him. He's going off the board in my leagues in the 4th round, sometimes 3rd. But consensus is that he goes in the 4th round, anywhere between the 4th and 5th. He's just going to have one. I think he's going to have a tremendous year. Andrew Luck is throwing the ball to him now, not Case Keenum. No stab at Case Keenum. He's got an arm. He's got a rocket. But you got a quarterback now with, that makes heady plays. You got some talent around. Andre Johnson, he can stretch the field, or he's a big target, going to be an awesome, possession receiver. T.Y. Hilton's going to stretch the defenses as he gets vertical, opens up a lot of room, a lot of space for Andre Johnson. Then you have crossing, routes with Allen and Fleener, Frank Gore in the backfield. The Colts are going to be a machine. They play in somewhat of a weak division. Not to mention we're not taking anything away from the defense of the Texans, but J.J. Watt and that defense can only do so much. Wish him the best and all, man, but you kind of need to address your problems with scoring. I guess they are. I mean, J.J. Watt I think he had 5 touchdowns last year. It's pretty cool. All right. We got kickers going off the board already. Let's see. Cardiac Kids. God bless you, Nick. Okay, so round 11 is when the kickers went off. The first kicker went off the board. Yeah, buddy. That's a little early for a kicker. Like I said, this is a 16-round league with the format of 3 wide receivers, a flex, 2 running backs, and a tight end. That's a lot of points to combine together. So they're going to be high scoring games. Taking a kicker in the 11th round is probably not the best idea in this league. You definitely could have got Mason Crosby in the 14th. I'm thinking no one was going to take him. I don't even know. I haven't even began to look at the defenses yet to see what's been taken yet. I think St. Louis is the only one that's been taken. No, I'm wrong. We've had 5 go off the board. 5 defenses off the board are Seattle, Buffalo, Houston, Philadelphia, and St. Louis. Let's see draft results. My pick's getting ready to come up. You gotta get ready here, actually. I'll go back to this in a second. All right. With the 132nd and 133rd, we got the snake round. We got the snake pick. 132nd and 133rd overall. We need to address some needs here. I think we can get a defense. I like Arizona's defense. I think they're going to be prime. I think they're going to be poised. San Francisco's got some problems. They got to play Seattle, but it is what it is. I think Arizona under Arians, he always plays some good stuff. I think we're going to go here. I'm just going to let the clock run so I can make my next decision. Strategize. Yeah. So we got that at 10. 3 bench players I still need. Need a quarterback. Need a backup quarterback. So let's see what quarterbacks are still out there. My eyes are terrible. RG3 still out there. You got Marcus Mariota. I think I'm going to take Marcus Mariota just for the keeper factor. You could probably get him somewhere else. You know what? I'm going to take Blake Bortles instead. Blake Bortles, he's got the position. This is why I'm taking Blake Bortles. I'm not going to waste anybody's time in my league. I'm going to go ahead and select. Blake Bortles just looks like a guy that, he's already got the job. Like I said, they're adding pieces around him with Julius Thomas down there. I'd like to see what he can do. See, I got Stafford. So I got three quarterbacks. All right, we're good. I like to have three just for the sole purpose of trade principle, trade value. A lot of times, people get hurt, a lot in the NFL, obviously. So people come crawling, people come looking. They need to know, who to take, which quarterbacks to grab, and a lot of times they're already snatched up because people in this league like to get the information, get the source right then and there instantaneously. And you'll see a lot of times, my buddy, the Conley twins, they are notorious for being some of the first people to grab it off the wire, off the waiver wire, not the Wagner wire. But yeah, they're really quick to get get the players off there. So you snooze, you lose in this league, man. Mariota just got drafted, by the way. So someone who was thinking that. All right, so I guess. All right. Where do we go now? All right, we still need to take a kicker. I think we'll go there next. You got Barth out there. Gostkowski still out there with New England. They put up some points. I'm going to actually take Vinatieri if I can get him. Like I mentioned before, Luck has got the pieces around him. I think they're going to be putting up some points, even if it's 5 extra points. It's still 5 points. In my league. Here's some settings, some not miscellaneous scoring settings, but kicker scoring settings. Field goals, default field goals from 30 and 30 to the end zone, they're worth 3 points. Or I'm sorry, 0 to 39, that's worth 3 points. 40 to 49, that's worth 4 points. And then 40 to 49, or I'm sorry, 50 to 59, that's worth 5 points. Anything over 49 is 5 points. I don't think people hit 60 anymore. It's been done before, obviously. Well, 64, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't have all the stats. Cardiac Kids, what are you picking today? What are you picking now? All right, so we got Vinatieri out there for the Colts. He's still. I like Gostkowski too. Gostkowski's just Tucker. Tucker's money. Tucker's a Longhorn. Hook 'em. Got my education from the University of Texas at Austin. #ATX. Come on down here, eat some barbecue. I mentioned before, the dog days of summer. Need some place to swim. Go to the swimming hole up there at Lake LBJ. Go to see Always on My Mind LBJ Lake House. Good times, man. Austin's great. Austin's just really good living. Good living in Austin, man. Good music, good food. I had some tweets earlier today. Mentioned on the show, we got cut off. Thought that I only had an hour to run the show. Didn't, like I said, I'm learning. This is a learning curve here. Did not realize that I could stop or keep the show going, at my own leisure, or at my discretion. I thought that it was actually going to cut off. So that explains why I was so, quick to get off. Deliberate to get off the the air this morning. I thought that I was about to run out. I didn't want to sign off without giving you as much information as I can. That's why I rushed some of the stuff. So apologies for that. Don't let that deter you from watching next week, which I don't even think I gave a time for when our next show is going to go. The show, the Big 3 DFS morning show, it goes every weekend. In the mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I broadcast live at 10 a.m. Central Time. Adjust accordingly, wherever you're at in the nation, in the world. Fun show. We've been breaking down the MLB slates. We're going to transition into NFL. If you like all types of sports, Friday nights, I'm going to start focusing for my brothers across the pond, my brethren across the pond. going to start focusing on Barclays Premier Leagues. That's Premier Fantasy Sports. You know, I think what's the Twitter handle? I don't know, Premier League. Just hashtag Premier League. Check them out. It's a fun league. I don't know if you guys are into soccer, but soccer seems to be growing in America, and it's fun to watch. My kid's in it. He's 8. He plays in a 10-year-old team, 10-year-old league. All of his friends are 8, and they play in a 10-year-old league, and they dominate still. They won the 10-year-old league the first year they were in it. It's fun to watch. It's addictive, and it's a good thing to have a connection with my kid. So yeah, that's kind of why I enjoy soccer so much. Anyways, we got another pick coming up with the 157th overall pick. Captain Gladhand is my name. That was given by Dave Zidek, the author of Just a Tip. When they came down, WVU came to visit Texas for the football game last year, and they came down. He and WV03 came down and watched, and another friend of mine came down and watched and shared the game, and they gave me Captain Gladhand because of how I was treating everybody, shaking everybody's hand, and trying to do business all the time. Let's see here. We have Vinatieri still there. We're going to take him. And 5 more picks. 5 more picks until the next one. Until our next pick. We are in the 14th round now. Second pick in the 14th round. Vinatieri, I just took off the board. Owen Daniels is just off the board. Owen Daniels, if you can get him late, he's replacing Julius Thomas there in Denver. I don't know if Peyton's going to give him 12 touchdowns like he gave Julius Thomas, but it's definitely worth taking a look at. He's a versatile tight end. He can get up the field. He can stretch the linebackers. He can make them drop back a little more too. He can get in behind them. Big, tall target. Great hands, strong hands. Big going across the field for Peyton, who has trouble scrambling. So look for him to kind of get some dump passes to Owen Daniels. Check him out. He's worth the pick, especially in the 13th or 14th round. Who took that? Yeah, that's a great pick. Oh, monster, man. It's always orange. I don't know if orange is – I get it just because it's my favorite color, but this one just tastes delicious. Monster Energy Ultra Sunrise. I'm not even going to tell you they're bad for you. You guys know that. But you drink what you like. Can't stop death, man. It'll get you. God, not to get morbid on you here. We got a fantasy draft. We're not going to talk morbid stuff. All right, with the 163rd overall pick in my draft. And 2 spots left. Run down my bench here. I'm going to need, I believe, a running back or a wide receiver. Not much out there. It's starting to get slim pickings. We got the Wayne Bowe over there in Cleveland. I don't think he's going to be much of a factor. Kenny Britt is a steal. And we took. Oh no! I had him in my queue. I had Gostkowski in my queue. Shit. Well, that's a botch right there for the Wagner wire. I thought I had selected. I thought putting the cursor in selecting it automatically lets you take it. I was trying to buy more time for my next pick, but it automatically took my queue, and it took Gostkowski. Let me remove those out of my queue. There you go. Sometimes even the pros make a rookie mistake. That was stupid. Oh, that was so stupid. Oh, God, that was dumb. Well, Live and you learn. Anyways, we're looking at tight ends. We got Fleener. Had him in the 11th as a keeper. It's all right, but I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket. Allen's still out there as well. Don't know if I want to go with that. I like Larry Donnell. I think the Giants' offense is just going to be just on par, man. I think it's going to be all systems firing. They don't look that well in preseason right now, but, I mean, that's what preseason's for. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think I'm going to go with Larry Donnell here as my – ooh, no, wait. This is the last pick. This is when you can steal somebody really good. Is Mariota gone? Mariota's gone. What about Petty? Let's read the notes on Petty. So, little keeper strategy. Last round, look for somebody. Look for somebody that has a chance to take over, a young talent that has a chance to take over an organization. I don't like Petty being in the Jets franchise. That's scary just enough. But as a 16th rounder, go ahead and take him, right? Not when you need another tight end. But I'm going to drop. Yeah. So I think the pick right now is Petty. Got some other quarterbacks out there now that I'm not really in love with. All right, well, this round's wrapping up, or this draft is wrapping up. Almost done here. I want to thank everybody for watching this. Again, I hope I know I did a lot of rambling tonight. I wish I could show you the draft board, the screen here on Yahoo. I want to thank Dave Zidek for calling in, the author of Just the Tip. You can catch him, at Lots of Picks too at yahoo.com. I don't know if he's got a Twitter handle or not. I have to ask him. Anyhow, find me on Twitter at the Wagner Wire. If you need any, fan-based gear, team apparel, we just partnered up with Fanatics.com and on the WagnerWire.com, so our banners will be up there soon. Click on there. It'll take you to Fanatics.com. From there, you can click on click on all your team sports. Well, why not just go to Fanatics.com? Because you're already on my page anyways, getting DFS sports knowledge. So might as well kill two birds with one stone. It's just ease of access, man. And plus, it helps me grow, helps me get followers, helps me get support. And I like giving shout-outs. I like giving, people helping people. It's powerful stuff, like Vince Vaughn says in The Wedding Crashers. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all my fans, all my support, all my followers. Go ahead and tweet at me. Let me know what you think. We talked about some movies, some MLB movies, favorite MLB movies coming in. Moneyball's been thrown out there. That's one of my favorites. Bull Durham's one of my favorites. I had it 5. I had it down to 5. It's really hard to put your top 5 baseball movies on there. Especially, I'm a movie, connoisseur. I really appreciate good movies, and baseball movies are, hands down. They just, I think one of the lines in Moneyball is how can you not be romantic about baseball? Baseball is just such a phenomenal game. It's a game of failure, man. It's a life. It teaches you. It teaches you. He's not there. Bryce Petty's still there. Mr. Irrelevant. Not anymore. Bryce Petty. You are taken. I really believe Bryce Petty's going to have a breakthrough year somewhere down. So here's how this works. He's my 16th pick. He'll be a 14th overall if I like to keep him. We'll see, though. Got some quarterbacks out there. All right. Winding down. Want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. We ran almost 2 hours tonight. We're almost at an hour and 45 minutes. We're going to start doing this, try and do it every night. It saves a lot of time instead of writing. I really enjoy writing, though. That's where I can express. That's where I get time to really, let my thoughts lay out, so to speak. I can take everything that's resonated for a while and write about it and put it all in logic instead of trying to spit like this. Mad props to people that know how to freestyle, man. But I guess it's all about being being comfortable in front of a camera. We're getting used to it. Hit me up, the Wagner Wire on Twitter. Come to my page, thewagnerwire.com, for some DFS fantasy knowledge. Love talking DFS sports, man. Hashtag DFS, hashtag TWW. Those are some of the main things that you can do on Twitter to find any of my articles. We like to take contributors on. Another site that does that as well is fantasyhelp.com. You can submit your stuff there. You can also submit it on my stuff as well if you want to try and build a brand with the Wagner Wire. We'd love to have you. It's definitely a fun gig. I enjoy it. It's tremendous fun. Want to thank Adam Eschball with 919 Beer for giving us some helpful hints with how to set up a podcast and everything. Thanks, Adam, for all your help. Thanks for editing our articles every now and then when you get the chance. Don't like to bog people down with some work. Want to thank Alpha Graphics here in Austin. If you need some good business cards done, or any type of shirts, or any type of logo, any type of print going on, stop by Alpha Graphics here on 620 in Palmer, in Austin, Texas. Hashtag ATX. Check out Austin or Alpha Graphics. They did my work. Awesome business cards. Let's see if I have one here on me. Normally do. I do not. That's a good thing. Must have handed them all out. Anyways, want to thank Vanessa at Sports Clips, my barber. She hooks it up, gives me tight fades, keeps me looking clean. Thanks for tuning in. She's a big supporter. She's been giving all of her customers, my cards as well, and directing traffic, this way. So thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate you, V. Thanks for hooking it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for watching the draft. Wish I could have explained more. Oh, we got the Brady Bunch. It's a commercial. Anyways, enough with that jazz. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you next week, next Saturday morning, when I'm on with my co-host Nick Rodriguez and Al Walsh. Real quick, if you were looking forward to seeing Nick Rodriguez on the show this morning, you can reach him at Daily Fantasy Addicts. That one, he was at the Marlins game. Al Walsh was in transit coming back from a tremendous fantasy football tournament like I'm in here. Big payout, high stakes. He's back in transit, to his headquarters location. Hit him up at A14. I butcher this all the time. I don't even know if it's right. I need to get a placard for Al's thing, but I believe it's at 14A.Walsh. I believe that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Anyways, if you're looking to get it Al, you can reach him there as well. All three of us, me and my two co-hosts, we will all be united again as the Pillars, the Big Three reunites. We will be back Saturday morning at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. That is this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Look forward to seeing you again. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until then, peace!